Welcome to the 31st chapter of the book of Genesis, Jacob's flight from Laban. Verse 31, 1. Ikuse de Yaakov ta rimataton ion lavan. And Jacob heard, ikuse, an echo, as a derivative, the utterances, the words, rimata, of the sons of Laban, legonton, saying, Eliphen Yaakov pantata tu patros imon. Jacob has taken all the things of our father. Panta, pandemic, and patros, paternal, or derivatives. Ke ekton tu patros imon pepi ke pasentin doxen tavtin. And by the things of our father, he has produced all this glory, all this wealth, doxa, doxology in the liturgy is a derivative word. In verse 2, Ke ethan Yaakov toprosopon tu Lavan, and Jacob saw the face of Laban. Ke idhu, and behold, uk in prosafton osi ekthis ke tritin imerin. He was not for him as yesterday and the third day before. Tritin, try, third, and imerin, ephemeral, the derivatives. So Laban had changed his attitude. This is a figure of speech, the way apparently the Hebrews mention something. It was not the same as yesterday and the third day before. It uses this third day before a lot. And so in English, I guess he's not the same as he was before, we would say. In verse 3, Ipe the Kyrios pros Yaakov, and the Lord said to Jacob, Apostrophu is tigin tu patros su. Return to the land of your father, back to Canaan. And the gene, geology, is a derivative. Ke is tin genean su, and to your family, a genealogy is a derivative for that, 1074. Ke esome matasu, and I will be with you. Verse 4. Apostilas de Yaakov, and Jacob sending, ekalase lian ke Rachel is to pedion, un in ta pimnia. And Jacob sending called Leah and Rachel to the plain where the flocks were. Verse 5. Ke ipanaftes, and he said to them, Oro ego to prosopon tu patros imon. I see the face of your father. The ego is I, and oro, we have panorama. I see the face of your father. Oti uk esti pros amu, os chthis ke tritin imeren, that it is not towards me as yesterday and the third day before. O they theos tu patros mu in met amu, but the God of my father was with me. Theos, theology. 6. Ke avte they ithate, oti en pasiti iski mu, dedulav kato patri imon. But you yourselves also know that with all my strength I have served to your father. 7. O they patir imon para crusato me, but your father cheated me. Ke ilaxe ton miston mu, ton theka amnon, and bartered my wage for the 10 lambs. So now this, again, we run across this miston, number 3408. And in the New Testament, this 3408 is used in many places for reward. For great is your reward in heaven. Well, it's not a reward. It's not the translation is great is your wage in heaven. But that doesn't seem to fit some theologies and systems of beliefs, but so they have changed it back then. And then, what reward have you? So it uses reward in many places. They have their reward, and Jesus and says in Matthew 6:1, 2, 5, and 16, shall receive a prophet's reward, but it's a wage. And now in verse 28, in the King James, it has hire. Shall give them their hire. So that's a little bit closer. And then again, back in Mark, shall not lose his reward, 9:41. And Luke, reward. But then in 10:7, again, the laborer is worthy of his hire. And then John 4:36, receiveth wages. And then it goes back to reward in Romans, 1 Corinthians. What is my reward then? In 9:18 of 1 Corinthians. And all the way through here, it has, the rest of it is all reward. But it's actually a wage. It's not a reward. And it continues, Ke uk edoken afto o theos tu patros mu, kakopise me. And the God of my father did not give to him, or allow him, to do evil against me, to do evil against. Kakopise, the kaka is bad, and P in 4160, P-A-O, a poet, a doer, doing evil, and it's a compound word. Dheka up here is 10, a decade, is a derivative. And then verse 8, Eon utos ipe, and if thus he should have said, ta pikila, the colored, este su misthos will be your wage, ke texate panta ta provata pikila, then all the flocks would bear colored. And they ipe, and if he should have said, ta levka, the white, este su misthos will be your reward, levka, leukemia is a derivative. Ke texate panta ta provata levka, then all the flocks would bear white. Verse 9, Ke aphilato o theos panta ta katini tu patros imon, and God removed all the herds of your father, ke edoke mi afta, and he gave them to me. Laban was an idolater, and his father was not a follower of Jehovah, Yahweh. He had another God. We'll get to that in a little bit here. Verse 10, Ke ageneto inika enekison ta provata, and it came to pass when the flocks were stimulated, in gastri lamvanonta, in the womb conceiving, and is in, gastri, gastric, is the derivative. Ke idon ti saphthalmismu afta into ipno, that I saw them with my eyes in sleep. Ipno, hypnotic, hypno. And behold, ke idu, itragi ke ikrii anavainonta sepi taprovata. And the he-goats and the rams ascended upon the flocks. Ke tas igas, the alevki, ke pikili, ke spodi idis, ranti, and the she-goats, white mixed, colored, and ashen speckled. Verse 11, Ke ipe mi o angelos tu theu, kath ipnu. And the angel of God said to me, the angelos, an angel, is a direct transliteration into English, messenger of God, said to me during sleep, Yaakov, Jacob, and ego the ipa, and I said, Tiesti, what is it? Verse 12 reminds me here of Peter when he was sleeping in the jail, and the angel had to shake him to wake him up. Verse 12, Ke ipen, and he said, Anavlepson ti saphthalmisu, look up with your eyes, Ke ide tus tragus, Ke tus crius, anavainontas epi taprovata, and see the he-goats and the rams ascending upon the flocks. Ketas igas, and the she-goats, the alevkus, ke pikilus, ke spodiidis, rantus, and the white mixed-colored ashen speckled. Eorica gar osa si lavan pi, for I have seen as much as Laban does to you.